now the status of Miss Ong? What's the condition?
Miss Cassandra Ong is quite unstable as of this moment.
Ikaw mismo ang nag-apply sa PAGCOR ng POGO.
We are telling you, walang bail yan. Right away, ikukulong ka.
Kasi kami alam na namin na ikaw ay ginamit lang eh. Ikaw ay dami ka lang dito. At merong mga tao nasa likod nito na hindi mo mabanggit for some reason.
Huwag kang mag-isinungaling dito.
Yes po, Mr.
Kahit
Chair,
genius
kasi-
ka, hindi mo kayang paikutin.
So you're lying. Just for the record, Mr. Chairman. Dalawa na yan.
Thank you.
Pag pangatlo, baka mapilitan ako that I will move to cite you again in contempt.
Mr. Chair, why do you refuse to answer Congressman Pimentel when he asked you about your schooling?
Mr. Chair, hindi
Why?
hindi po kasi ako nakapagtapos.
Hindi naman nakakahiya, hindi ka nakapagtapos eh. Gusto lang namin malaman kung saan ka nag-aral. Yun naman ang tanong, di ba? Hindi naman tinanong na kung
Yes
saan
po.
ka nagtapos. Ang kitatanong natin, kung saan ka nag-aral. Oh, pwede ba sagutin mo yun?
Mr. Chair, marami po akong school na pinag-aralan po.
Wala kang school na pinag-aralan o doon ka nag-aral sa China, hindi sa Manila?
Kick-out student po ako.
Kick out ka. Magaling. I mean, ngayon lang ako nakakita ng hindi nag-aral at kick out na magaling sumugot sa hearing na ito. Ang mga kausap mo, mga congressman, pero ang galing mong sumagot, ang galing mo kami paikutin dito. Ngayon lang ako nakakita, Mr. Chair, ng isang babaeng 24 years old na walang pinag-aralan, drop out, na nakakasagot ng kanyang klaseng sagot sa hearing na ito. Pakisagot mo nga, Miss Cassandra. Hindi mo kaya ang sagutin? Aba, magaling ka. Sapagkat napapaikot mo kami lahat dito. Oo. O, siguro mamaya si Congressman Romy ako magtatanong sa iyo. Pero ito, sabihin ko kaya na pa ako nakikinig Mr. Chair O, at nakikita ko na marunong ka May alam ka. Edukado ka. And you tell me now, you are refusing to answer the question of Congressman Pimentel on where you studied? Hindi naman namin tinatanong kung anong antas ng pinag-aralan mo Oo. Ang tinatanong, hindi ka ba nag-aral ng elementary? Let me ask you. Nag-aral ka ba ng elementary? Hindi.
Opo.
Ayun. Sumagot ka din. High school, nag-aral ka. Mr. Chair.
Hindi po, Mr. Chair.
So, hindi ka nag-high school, elementary lang na tapos mo? Elementary lang.
Opo.
Ay, Mr. Chair, genius to. Genius. Elementary lang ang natapos niya, pero pinapaikot mo si Congressman Fernandez. Elementary nga lang Pinapaikot si Congressman Fernandez. Napapaniwala pa ni Congressman
Hindi, we're trying to be lenient, Mr. Chairman, if I may. We're just trying to be lenient because, yun nga, sinasabi natin, okay naman, nag-waiver na siya Yun nga lang problem, si withdraw And that's the reason why medyo, bakit ganun? Kasi nga, winidraw na namin yung,
Tingnan mo
di ba?
Kanina, nabanggit mo kay Congressman Dan Fernandez, hindi nabigyan ng lisensya. Narinig ko yun, You were not given a license. Now, what license are you talking about?
Nag-message, nag-email po Mr. Chair, nag-email po si PAGCOR sa email ko dahil ako po yung authorized po. Kaya sa akin po nag-email. Ang sabi po ni PAGCOR po, is hindi po sila magbibigay ng lisensya.
Sa
I mean, hindi
PAGCOR.
siya mag-renew.
PAGCOR.
Opo,
Ang
Mr. Chair.
PAGCOR, hindi nagbibigay ng lisensya sa mga building. Nagbibigay ng lisensya sa POGO. Di ba?
Opo, bali po,
Kanina binabanggit mo na wala kang kinalaman sa POGO eh.
Mr. Chair, may I explain po?
Kahit mag-explain ka, tatanggi mo na naman na involved ka sa POGO eh. Di ba? You're going to explain, but you will still insist that you have nothing to do with POGO. Answer me. Magaling ka, genius ka, di ba? Sagutin mo ako. You have nothing to do with POGO, but you applied for a license in PAGCOR, and you were refused a license. What kind of license? PAGCOR is not giving a license for apartments or buildings. They are giving licenses for POGO. What are you applying for?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
What are you applying for?
Nag-apply po kami for renewal po ng license po.
Nang ano?
PAGCOR po.
Nang ano nga?
PAGCOR po.
Hindi, nang ano?
License to operate po.
For what? Anong i-operate?
Yung tag po dito, yung...
POGO. Come on, tell me. POGO. Operation ng POGO. Tell us here. Because look, we are preventing that Congressman Karap will again make a motion for contempt and consign you to Mandaluyong Correctional Institution. Now, you answer me now. What kind of license did you trying to get from PAGCOR?
Mr. Chair, license to operate po ng PAGCOR.
Ano? Ano
Ng
to
business
operate
po.
ng PAGCOR? Hindi pwedeng to operate ng PAGCOR. You applied for a license from PAGCOR to operate what?
To operate POGO po.
Yun. Ibig sabihin, involved ka sa POGO. Hindi ka pwedeng mag-apply ng license sa PAGCOR na hindi mo alam na POGO yan. Oh my goodness. Oh, nagpunta ka sa PAGCOR. Sinama mo pa si Atty. Harry Roque. Si Atty. Harry Roque naman, sapagkat alam mo may influence sa PAGCOR yan, nagpasama ka sa kanya at nagbayad ka pa ng dollar sa PAGCOR. According to Chairman Altenco. Am I right? Back charges. Nagbayad ka. Am I right?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Ano yung binayaran mo?
Utang po.
Utang
Lucky
ng
South.
ano? Utang mo? O
No.
utang ng
po
ano?
ng Lucky South sa
Therefore,
PAGCOR po.
kung hindi ka kasama sa Lucky South, bakit ikaw ang nagbabayad ng utang ng Lucky South sa PAGCOR? Mr. Chair.
Pwede po, Mr.
Sige,
Chair.
go
pwede-
ahead. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, authorized representative lamang po ako.
Whatever it is, authorized representative ka, utusan ka, pero ikaw ay inutusan ng Lucky South, magbayad ka sa PAGCOR ng back charges sapagkat ikaw mismo ang nag-apply sa PAGCOR ng POGO. Yes or no?
Hindi po, Mr. Chair, hindi po ako mismo yung nag-apply sa POGO. Renewal lang nung pumunta
Hindi
po
ba
kami.
kasama ka ni Atty. Jairo sa
Yes
PAGCOR?
po, for renewal po.
Ibig sabihin, ikaw ang nag-renew o nag-apply, whatever it is. Basta napunta ka sa PAGCOR. Am I right?
Yes po.
Ikaw ang nagbayad. Am I right?
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
At ang binayaran mo sa PAGCOR, ukol yun sa POGO. Am I right? Yes or no? Huwag kang mag-isinungaling dito.
Yes po, Mr.
Kahit
Chair,
genius
kasi-
ka, hindi mo kayang paikutin. Kaming dalawa ni Congressman Romy Acop. Si Congressman Dan, kaya hindi mo pa pinapaikot yan eh. Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chairman.
Congressman Abante.
Alam mo, Mr. Chairman, this is not a laughing
Yes,
matter.
yes, Congressman Dan.
No, I just wanted to also to clarify, no, that my position is to really to find out yung nalalaman ni Miss Cassandra Ong. Yun lang naman ang intention natin, to find out the truth, to help us ease the problems that we are encountering on trying to link each and every one of those who have perpetrated the crimes on this POGO hub. And I thought, and we thought, that she'll be cooperating with us. But unfortunately, it seems that she doesn't want to cooperate. I hope, Cassie, that you will change your mind.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Noted. I know that Congressman Dan is so kind with beautiful women.
Okay, are you done?
Mr. Chair, no,
Congressman?
I'm not. I about have
Okay,
two questions
please wrap
more.
up. Thank you.
Yes. Miss Cassie Ong, Mr. Chair, may I ask, do you know Rainier Chu? Do you know Rainier Chu? Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu? Yes or no lang yan, kung kilala mo o siya o hindi. Do you refuse to answer if you know?
Tatanungin natin,
Kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, I invoke my right.
Ha?
I invoke my right to remain silent.
No, you cannot invoke your right. That is not, this is not a court. This is a hearing in Congress.
Chairman,
She invoked her right not
Chairman.
to answer. Tinatanong kita, kilala mo ba si Rainier Chu?
Okay, before that, Congressman Abante, is this a interjection?
yes, Mr. Chairman, if the good congressman...
Although
Abante
our
will-
ground rules does not allow interjections, but the chair will allow you to speak.
Thank you, Chairman.
Congressman Paduano.
Mr. Chairman, matanong ko lang po, that was the advice of your lawyer? No, that's yours. Now, ang ano kasi dito sa House, sa inquiry in aid of legislation, if the question and your answer will be incriminating to you. And what is incriminating to answer yes or no to that question of the Chairman Davante? Wala eh. Wala akong nakitang incriminating. Tinatanong ka pa lang naman kung kilala mo hindi. O yes or no lang.
Pakisagot mo lang, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier Chu?
Mr. Chair, pwedeng hindi ko po siya sagutin.
So parang
Mr.
sinabi
Chair.
mo na rin,
Mr.
nakakilala mo siya.
Chair,
Okay.
Mr. Chair.
Again, sige, Congressman Acop,
Attorney, are you advising your client properly? Because according to our rules, the refusal to answer any question which is not incriminatory to the resource persons, he can be cited in contempt. Alam nyo naman po siguro yun. So, kindly advise your lawyer kasi,
May I, Mr. Chair, repeat the question? I just would like Ms. Cassie Ong, please to answer me right now and to answer the committee, yes or no. Kilala ba
Chair.
niya si Rainier Chu? Sapagkat if she will not answer and invoke her right to silence, ibig sabihin, Mr. Chair, kilala niya si Rainier Chu. And I know, Mr. Chair, that she refuses to answer if she knows because there are some sensitive things that she knows about POGO.
so your 30 seconds is up. Kasi, kilala mo ba si Mr. Rainier Chu?
kakilala po.
Okay. Yun.
Pero po, again, hindi ko po siya, parang,
O yun ang susunod kong tanong. Ano ang pagkakilala mo sa kanya?
again, hindi ko po siya sobrang close po.
Pero kilala ka niya. Hindi mo siya masyadong kilala, pero kilala ka niya at kilala ka niya na ikaw ay involved sa POGO Hub.
Hindi ko
Again, sinayo mo na kanina na ang binayaran mo sa Pagcor POGO involved ka. Please, Miss Ong, please. Sapagkat you have been answering, kahit noon pa, I was asking you, na sinasabi mo palagi, hindi ka involved sa POGO, hindi mo alam ang POGO. Right now, anyone can be caught in the mouth. Okay? A fish is always caught in the mouth. Unless otherwise, you use a net. Alright? So therefore, ngayon, inaamin mo sa committee ito na you know about POGO. Inaamin mo na yung Lucky South, POGO ang negosyo. Yes or no?
pwede pakiulit yung question.
Mr. Chair, ang lakas daw ng boses ko para hindi nyo marinig yung sinabi ko Mahina din ba tenga mo? Ang lakas na ng boses ko Uulitin ko pa ba?
If I may,
Mr. Chair.
Congressman Nabante, if I may, just few, Alam mo, kasi, sa tingin ng marami naming mga kasamaan dito, ikaw ay ginamit na dami. Ikaw ay dami ng mga taong nasa likod nitong POGO. Ang sunod na tanong, ikaw ba alam mo na illegal yung mga ginagawa o hindi? Kaya nga binibigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon. Dahil pwede mo namang sabihin na ginamit ka, na dami ka lang. Hindi ba? Kasi kung sasabihin mo, ipipilit mo na ikaw ay isang investor dyan, baka tanungin namin magkano ininvest mo at hindi ka magsalita, mas mananagot ka sa amin. Pangalawa, saan galing yung pera mo? Diba, sinabi mo kanina, nabanggit mo sa mother mo. Na yung mother mo, I'm sorry to hear that, she passed away already. Pero tatanungin namin, saan galing? Yung mother mo ba may negosyo? Meron bang binabayad na buwis? Magkano bang naipon ng mother mo? Gusto mo bang umabot tayo sa ganun? Kaya alam mo, yung mga tanong na tinatanong ng mga kasamahan namin dito, kasi kami alam na namin na ikaw ay ginamit lang Ikaw ay dami ka lang dito. At merong mga tao nasa likod nito na hindi mo mabanggit for some reason. No, for some reason, hindi mo mabanggit kasi maaaring malapit sa'yo, o hindi kaya ay kamag-anak mo, o hindi kaya ay boyfriend mo, o hindi kaya ay siya yung pilit mong tinatago sa amin. Di ba? Anong masasabi mo kasi?
Sa lahat po ng question na po, hindi po ako dami.
So, investor ka.
Yes po.
So, sige.
Mr. Chair.
Investor po ng
Mr. Chair, again po, word win po. Mr. Chair,
Kasi, how much did you earn in totality being the incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation?
can I not disclose that po?
Simple question. You've been a incorporator of Whirlwind Corporation. Kung ikaw ay incorporator, siyempre, at least alam mo kung magkano. Sabihin na lang natin, nung nag-start ka lang sa Whirlwind Corporation, nung 2019 yung sa 2022. So magkano yung kinita mo na doon? Nagbabayad ka ba ng income tax? Do you have an income tax return?
Ipatanong ko po sa tao ko. Basta,
Kasi you're handling so much money. Tapos, a simple income tax return, hindi mo masagot. So, be cooperative. Magsabi ka na kasi ng totoo sa amin. Kasi yun lang kami makakatulong sa'yo. Natatakot ka ba sa mga tao na kapaligid sa'yo? Hindi ka natatakot? Hindi ka natatakot makulong?
Harapin ka ng boss.
Ha?
Mr. Chair.
Ano na?
If ever po there's a case against...
Haharapin mo na lang yung kaso.
Opo.
So in other words, you don't want to be protected by being cooperative to this committee, and you will face the music with the court. Is that what you're trying to say? Ay, ibig sabihin, mas gugustuhin mo pang harapin talaga yung kaso mo sa korte kaysa bigyan ka namin ng pagkakataon na maging parte ng aming pinaglalaban dito sa quad committee ito na mag-cooperate ka sa aming investigasyon. So, in other words, you will not be you will not be cooperating anymore by naming names. Yun lang naman hinihingi namin sa iyo kasi mga pangalan
Wala po akong may bibigay na pangalan, Mr. Chair.
Mr. Chair,
Sige,
Mr. Chair,
Congressman Abante.
I'd like to make a motion that we invite Mr. Rainer Chu in this hearing, Mr. Chair. I so move.
There is a motion to invite Mr. Rainier Chu. Any second?
Second, Mr. Chair.
Duly seconded. No objections. Hearing no objections, the motion is carried. Comsec.
Mr. Chair, isa na lang tanong, no? Sinabi mo kanina, Mr. Chair, Miss Cassie, na ang involvement mo ay yung income rentals ng Whirlwind. Am I right? Oo.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
Tanong ko lang ganito. Yung income rentals per square meter, di ba? And per ulo operator. Am I right? Per ulo operator protection. Protection dito sa iyo at kay Mr. Wu.
No po.
Hindi.
Hindi po.
Wala
Wala
Sapagkat ikaw ang kumukolekta Ikaw ang kumukolekta ng income rentals per square meter plus yung protection para kay Mr. Wu. Pakisagot na pa.
Wala po.
Okay. Well, lastly, Mr. Chair, is your lawyer here right now an associate of Attorney Topacio? You are.
Yes po, Mr. Chair.
May I ask, Mr. Chair, why Attorney Topacio is not here today? Can the lawyer answer, please?
Your Honor, please, he has a previous commitment. He was supposed to be ready for yesterday's hearing, but unfortunately, it was transferred to today, Your Honor.
Well, Congressman Dan mentioned about what Attorney Topacio did to us. No? Would like to ask from you if Attorney Topacio owned this. I do not know if this is Facebook or whatever it is. It is called Yes, Yes, Yo. Does Attorney Topacio own this?
I understand, Your Honor, that he has a radio program, but I don't know if that is the one, Your Honor.
Oh, yes. It says right here, yes, yes, yo. Have a great weekend. And this is what Attorney Topacio is saying. You know, he is trying to appear like he is a young brat when he is actually a very good lawyer. And he is a friend even of this committee. I do not know why he has been saying things against us and bad things about us. Anyway, alam mo may kasabihan tayo, Attorney, Mr. Chair. Meron akong nabasang kasabihan. You know, never approach a bull in front and never approach a horse behind and never approach an idiot in any direction. Oh, bahala ka na, attorney, kung anong gusto mong isipin tungkol doon, no? And the thing is, we're not going to, in a way, attack him for this. Gusto ko lang sabihin sa kanya, at we have a copy of all of this. I'm not actually offended, no? Nakakaano lang na the kind of very good lawyer he is. That he would appear like a young brat that does nothing but go against us who are seriously investigating this matter for the Filipino people. Para malaman po ng publiko ang katotohanan. Hindi po para sa amin. Mr. Chair, maraming salamat po. Yun lang gusto kong sabihin.
Thank you, Congressman Abante.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, Congresswoman Luis.
I just wish to add to the manifestation of the Honorable Abante that the reposting done by Yes Yes Yo, which we believe belongs to Attorney Topacio, constitute an act of contempt because that constitutes disrespect to the members of this committee. I hope that this is a reasonable warning for him. We are all members of the bar. We are not taught like this. We are not trained like this. We are bound to protect our legal profession. And this is not the way we should discharge our responsibility as members of the Philippine Bar. Kindly relay to Attorney Topacio.
I will, Your Honor.
Thank you, Congresswoman Luistro.
Mr.
Next,
Chair?
Yes, Congressman Keith Flores.
Earlier, when I was questioning Ms. Ong, Mr. Chair, I asked her about the ITRs of Whirlwind. So now I would just like to make it into a motion, Mr. Chair, to compel Whirlwind Corporation through Ms. Cassandra Ong to submit the income tax returns of Whirlwind Corporation from the years 2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair, and also for the settlement of the estate of the mother of Ms. Cassandra Ong, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a motion to... Yes, sige, attorney.
May I please be recognized, Mr. Chair? Your
Okay,
Honor.
you're recognized.
Your Honor, please, one problem that Ms. Ong has been complaining is that her cell phone, Your Honor, contains so many of the documents, personal documents, official documents, and she has no other way to access this information. It is in her cell phone, in her iPad, Your Honor, please. It is in these devices are in the custody of the NBI. We have twice requested, Your Honor, from the office of Director Jaime Santiago. I am not sure if the answer of one of the NBI officers is official, that they will abide by the order of the Senate or of the Congress, of this Honorable House, if there is an order to return the said gadgets, Your Honor, please. So one reason why Ms. Ong finds it very hard to recall some data, Your Honor, please, is that she has no aid because she don't have hard copies of this, Your Honor, please.
Okay,
May
thank
we
you.
know, please, Your Honor, if there is any remedy from
Mr.
this
Chairman,
honorable body,
Mr.
Your Honor.
Chairman, if
Well,
I may.
the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI and perhaps ask whether we can have the gadgets of Ms. Cassandra Ong be turned over to her. Of course, we will abide by what the DOJ would advise us. So, but be assured that the Quad Committee will make representations to DOJ and NBI.
May I...
Mr. Chair.
Sorry, Your Honor.
Yes, Congressman Fernandez.
Kasi, ano yun, iPhone? Meron kang iCloud? Meron kang cloud? Di ba?
Opo, iPhone po, pero wala siyang... hindi ko po kasi...
Hindi ka naka-cloud?
Hindi siya naka-shared po eh. So
All
once
the
na...
documents that you put on your cell phone, hindi siya automatic sharing sa cloud? Are you sure?
Yes po. I can prove it naman pag nandyan po yung ano.
Okay.
Mr. Chair, let me amend my
So-
motion, Mr. Chair.
Yes, Congressman Flores.
So that we will not interfere with the investigation of the NBI and not retrieve the cell phone, maybe just direct the BIR office concerned, Mr. Chair,
Okay.
to furnish us with copies of the ITR.
Is BIR here? Meron bang representative ng BIR? Yeah, in the last hearings, ito.
Good
Can you state your name?
I am I am Attorney Scanton Orculio from the Bureau of Internal Revenues, Legal and Legislative Division, Mr. Chair.
Okay, there is a request from Congressman Flores with respect to the ITR of the Whirlwind Corporation and Miss Cassandra Ong on the periods
2019 to 2023, Mr. Chair.
2019 to 2023. Can you provide this committee those information?
Unfortunately, Mr. Chair, they are protected by Section 270 of the Tax Code, which prohibits the BIR or any of its officers from divulging tax returns and other information of a taxpayer to anyone, sir. It is a criminal liability for us. But if we could ask Mr. Chair for a written permission from Ms. Cassandra Ong, and also as an heir of her mother's estate, we can provide this committee, Mr. Chair.
Okay, Miss Cassie Ong, kailangan ng permiso mo para mag-release ng dokumento ang BIR doon sa hinihingi ni Congressman Flores na income tax return mo ng Whirlwind Corporation at saka yung estate ng mother mo, yung mother mo. Naintindihan mo ba yun?
Yes po, Mr. Chair. Pwede ko pong konsultahin muna yung lawyer ko about that po, Mr. Chair.
Attorney, please advise your client. And let us wait for the letter of Cassandra Ong to giving permission to the BIR to release these documents. In the meantime, we would like to ask the lawyer to please advise your client that before the day ends, before this hearing ends, may we be informed as to the decision of your client. Salamat. Thank you.
Mr. Chair,
Congresswoman Luistro.
can I have a short inquiry with AMLA?
Okay. Please proceed.
May we know the status of the cases filed already against Cassandra Ong?
Good
What
afternoon,
cases
Your Honor.
have you filed so far with Cassandra Ong?
Good afternoon, Your Honor. For Cassandra Ong, we have filed a money laundering complaint last Friday, Your Honor.
And in your mandate, AMLA, have you tried to look into the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong?
Your Honor, that is part of the ongoing investigation. But with respect to the money laundering complaint last Friday, we have limited ourselves to the transaction of Ms. Alice Go.
I understand, however, Mr. Chair, that in the charter of AMLA, there are crimes, offenses, when you can look into the bank accounts as exception to bank secrecy law without a court order. Is it the opinion of AMLA that this one belongs to the exception?
That is correct, Your Honor. The predicate offenses relied upon in filing the money laundering complaint is qualified trafficking in person, SRC violation, and estafa, Your Honor.
In other words, Mr. Chair, the AMLA confirms that because of human trafficking, SEC regulation violation, and estafa, there is no need for AMLA to secure a court order for them to look into the information of all the bank deposits of Cassandra Ong. Does the AMLA confirm?
May I be clarified, Your Honor?
Yes,
With the
please.
existence of those predicate offenses, we are allowed to go to the Court of Appeals to apply for a bank inquiry. And it is the Court of Appeals with these predicate offenses which should authorize us to look into the bank accounts, Your Honor.
Can we be enlightened? How soon do you secure the order from the Court of Appeals for you to be able to get into this information?
For the PORA case, Your Honor, the investigation is still ongoing, and we are seeing that we would be able to file in the next coming weeks, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, I am referring to the order to be issued by the Court of Appeals. I think that will be directed to the banking institutions to allow the AMLA to look into the bank deposits or transactions of Ms. Cassandra Ong? Gaano po ba katagal bago kumuha ng order na ito? Does it take weeks, months? Please enlighten us.
Your Honor, under the Anti-Money Laundering Act, once an application for bank inquiry is filed or a petition for freeze, the Court of Appeals is given 24 hours to issue an order whether to grant or to deny the petition, Your Honor.
And may we confirm whether the AMLA has filed already?
Your Honor, for the PORAC POGO case, we are still gathering information. The investigation is still being conducted, Your Honor. Under the AMLA, Your Honor, we have to prove certain elements, the existence of the predicate offense, the proceeds, the transaction, among others, Your Honor. So that is where the investigation is leading to, Your Honor.
And in your humble opinion, Mr. Chair, do you honestly believe that your application will merit the positive action of the Court of Appeals for you to be able to look into this bank information?
With the evidence thus gathered, Your Honor, the AMLAC is confident that once filed in court, it will be granted by the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, if I may proceed, in addition to the documents which were requested already by the Honorable Keith Flores, let this representation add the following documents which were mentioned. Where is she? By Cassandra Ong. Because earlier she said,
Chairman,
suspension, Mr. Chair.
since wala pa si Cassandra, can I ask the AMLA?
Okay.
Chairman. Yung case na final nyo, doon kay Cassandra Ong, malinaw. You have a case filed against Cassandra Ong or Alice Go?
It is against Alice Go together with Cassandra Ong, Your Honor.
And it covers Bamban, Tarlac.
It's about the Bamban case.
How
Your
about the PORAC, in which Cassandra Ong is involved?
That is the case that is still being investigated by our office.
Timeline tayo, please.
Next week, 2 weeks? At most 2 weeks, Your Honor. At most.
2 weeks from now. Then, the next is Court of Appeals na.
Hopefully within the next 2 weeks, Your Honor, we'll be filing a bank inquiry petition before the Court of Appeals, Your Honor.
So, ito for the record, ulit, Bamban pa lang po. Sinama nyo na si Cassandra Ong.
Yes, Your Honor. It's a joint investigation by the AMLAC, by the NBI, and PAOK, Your Honor.
Sa PORAC Pampanga, sinong mga subject dun?
For the PORAC, Your Honor, with your kind indulgence, we cannot disclose the persons
Okay,
being
since
investigated, Your Honor.
just this morning you asked for an executive session to appraise us. So, Mr. Chairman, we'll just schedule an executive session with the AMLAC. Ang request lang po namin, bilisan po natin. Kasi, nakafocus pa kami sa budget. Ang Quadcom, this is now the fourth hearing. Hopefully, sana, in the 5th or 6th hearing, medyo na-file na natin. Tapos may reply na from the Court of Appeals.
Will do po, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman.
Thank you.
Chair?
Yes, please proceed.
I just wish to clarify from AMLA because my understanding is Cassandra Ong is implicated in PORAC Pampanga. How come she was included in the case in Bamban, Tarlac?
That is based on the investigation conducted by the NBI and PAOK, Your Honor. That she is part of this conspiracy in the commission of the crime in Bamban case, Your Honor.
In other words, does AMLA confirm na wala pang kasong nakafile pertaining to Whirlwind and Lucky South?
Insofar as the money laundering aspect, Your Honor, is concerned, none so far, Your Honor.
Mr. Chair, can we pursue the waiver that was previously committed by Cassandra Ong to execute for herself and in behalf of the corporation? Because there is misrepresentation when she said that cases have been filed against her already, when the truth of the matter is her implication is with respect to Bamban-Tarlac and not with respect to Porac, Pampanga. I respectfully move, Mr. Chair, that we pursue the prior commitment of Cassandra Ong to execute a waiver, at least if not for herself, in her representation for Lucky South and Whirlwind Corporation, Mr. Chair.
We will ask her directly, Your Honor, as soon as she comes back, and ask for her commitment again, whether she is willing to sign that waiver in order for us to be able to examine.
Mr. Chair, I just wish to express this frustration that during the last hearing, she seemed to be so sincere in her intention to execute the waiver, only for me to realize today that she just wanted us to withdraw the contempt order and the detention order in the Women's Correctional. So I find it actually as an act of contempt, Mr. Chair, but I understand the technical gaps, the challenges of the Secretariat. Nonetheless, I wish to manifest that we be ready with our templates so that if there are commitments expressed by the resource speakers, we have it signed right away, especially when the resource speaker is duly accompanied and assisted by her own lawyer, Mr. Chair.
Yes, we take note of the manifestation of Congresswoman Luistro, and may I direct the COMSEC to please follow the suggestion of Congresswoman Luistro as far as the template for whatever commitment, whatever statement to be made by the witness before a committee hearing of the Quadcom.
And Mr. Chairman, if ever that she will not take her oath on that sign waiver before a notary public, I will move to cite Ms. Cassandra Ong in contempt and assign her in the Mandaluyong correctional.
At
for
the
that matter,
appropriate
Mr.
time,
Chairman.
Congressman Fernandez, at
Yes,
the appropriate time,
Mr. Chair.
we will decide on that after we exhaust all possible way to get information from Ms. Cassandra Ong. And if she does not cooperate and we feel that she has committed a contemptible act, then the committee will, if they so desire, will cite her for contempt. So, but before that, we continue with our interpellation, and the next to interpellate is Congressman Zia, and then Congressman Akop, and then Congressman Paduano, and then Congresswoman Swansing. Congressman Zia, you're recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Chair. Assalamu alaikum. Mr. Chair, I'd like to direct my question to Ms. Cassandra Ong. Is she available? Ana, nasa CR?
1 minute
Why
suspension.
is the toilet break so long, Mr. Chair? This will agitate the Honorable Adjong.
1 minute suspension. Let me remind also the honorable members that we have several resource persons we invited for today's committee hearing. It's not just, I know how eager we are all to hear from Cassandra Ong, but there are other resource persons here that you may wish to ask and propound questions. So please, do not forget them. Is Cassandra Ong here? Is she back?
Mr. Chair, while we are waiting for Cassandra Ong, I wish to ask Ms. Baterna. Ms. Baterna, nakikinig ka naman kay Cassie Ong, di ba? Si Cassie Ong ba nagsasabi ng totoo? Oo o hindi? Answer the question, please.
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair.
Are you listening to her?
Yes po, Madam Chair.
O, ang sabi niya, wala daw siyang kinalaman sa POGO, sa Lucky South. Is she telling the truth?
Hindi ko po alam, Madam Chair.
Of course, she's lying because that is contrary to your prior testimony. May I proceed to Cassie Ong? Mr. Chair, just a
Congresswoman-
couple of questions.
Congresswoman Luisa, can we give her 3 minutes? She has to, I think she's not feeling well.
Mr. Chair.
The doctors in the house will, saan? Dito.
Mr.
1
Chair.
minute suspension.
Hearing resumed. While we're waiting for Cassandra Ong, some members will ask some of the resource persons present.
Mr. Chair,
Yes, please proceed,
this
Vice
is
Chair.
just in addition to the documents which are being requested by the Honorable Keith Flores to complete the picture of the one which is being created by Cassandra Ong in supplying so many strange answers. May I request as well that she produce the construction agreement and the building plan of Whirlwind Corporation, which was leased to Lucky South Corporation. This is in addition to the ITR and also the real property tax of the Whirlwind Corporation pertaining to this 2.5 hectares of the mansion house and the 7 hectares of the property previously owned by the Cruz family. May I request as well, Mr. Chair, for the deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, the one she mentioned as well earlier, and the contract of lease, which she kept on saying when she said that she's merely subleasing, or Lucky South is merely subleasing the facilities to POGOs. So all in all, Mr. Chair, these are 6 documents: construction agreement, building plan, ITR, RPT, deed of sale of Lucky South to Mr. Cheng, and then the contract of lease to the sublessees. So move, Mr. Chair.
Okay, so there's a motion by Congressman Luis Trio with all the documents pertaining to the Lucky South 99 and the Whirlwind Corporation. Any second the motion?
Second.
Duly seconded. Any objection? Hearing none, the said motion is now approved. So, next interpellator. Can we ask the in-house medical doctors to update us with regard to Cassie's, Miss Cassandra Ong's condition? Can you identify yourself, Doc?
I'm Dr. Rafi Valencia from the Medical and Dental Service of the House of Representatives. Now, as of now, sir, mababa, sir, yung blood sugar. So that's the cause of the dizziness and the weakness. The BP, the vital signs are stable.
What is the blood sugar level?
Actually, sir, hindi nga binabasa na ng machine, which means that it's too low.
Oh.
Mr. Chair.
So with that,